to my channel. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe so you never miss an upload from me. And if you're an oldie but a goodie, then thank you so much for coming back. If you're a newbie but a goodie, then thank you so much for coming back. Today's video is actually going to be a review on a new product that I just decided to purchase. I wanted to try it out for myself because a lot of you were asking me about it. So I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and pick it up and see what it's all about. So yeah, the product that I am talking about is the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD High Definition. Of course, that's what HD stands for. Long Wearing Illuminating Foundation. So if you guys know me, you know that I absolutely love the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I love that stuff. I've been using it for quite some time. You know, whenever I'm looking for an affordable concealer, then I always go for that one, and it gives really, really great coverage. So when I realized that they came out with a foundation, I was like, okay, I definitely have to get my hands on this and see what it's all about. So I think they have about 15 different shades in this foundation. 15 shades, and then like this, I'm not even sure what this is. It's some type of white foundation. I think it's supposed to kind of help if the foundation doesn't really match you. I guess maybe if it's too dark or something like that. I didn't even try this out. I actually thought it was a foundation primer, but when I got it, I was like, okay, this is definitely not a primer. This is supposed to be a foundation within itself. So I'm not really sure about that, but I think there are about 15 different shades, and I decided to pick up 3 of them. I totally forgot to mention it, but for this video, I am going to be doing a review, kind of letting you guys know what I think about the foundation, and I'm also going to be doing a tutorial on the look I have on right now, and I use all affordable products for you guys. So yeah, let me just go ahead and tell you guys my thoughts about the foundation. Okay, so for me personally, I have like oily combination skin. My T-zone is so oily, like literally you could fry pork chops on my T-zone because it is that oily. So when I see the word illuminating, it kind of scares me a little bit because, you know, for us oily people, illuminating just means that it's going to add to the oil that we already have. So I was a little bit kind of iffy about trying a foundation once I realized that it was illuminating. So the shade that I'm using is tan. Now I will say they did kind of play me on the foundation. It could have been my monitor, but the foundations looked a lot darker to me on the computer screen. So I picked up 3 different shades. I got tan, nude beige, and then also warm beige. I ended up going with tan because it matched the closest for me. Now, I'm not a person who likes light foundation because I don't want it to look like I have on a mask or anything like that. So I like a darker foundation. I can kind of even it out with, you know, my concealer or something like that, but I just don't want to have like a ghost face. I just do not like that look for myself personally. So yeah, I didn't end up going with the shade tan, but like I was telling you guys, this is an illuminating foundation. So I wore this foundation probably about 2 or 3 times now, and I will say that you're definitely going to need to blot your T-zone throughout the day, especially if you have oily skin like myself. There's no way around it. You are going to have to blot, or it is going to look like, you know, Crisco is coming out of your nose. So yeah, definitely keep that in mind if you're thinking about trying out this foundation. One thing that I definitely noticed about the foundation is it really isn't a full coverage foundation. At the absolute max, it's medium. Now I will say you can build it up. I didn't really try to build it up because I didn't want it to look too cakey or anything like that. But I just would say it doesn't give too much coverage. But, you know, once you go in and conceal and do all of that other stuff, then you might not notice that you really need the extra coverage. Now, me personally, I'm a full coverage kind of girl. I like kind of a thick, you know, not too thick, but I like a thicker consistency foundation. Now this one is a little bit liquidy. It is a little bit runny. Like I said, I do like a thicker foundation. Now I did use a flat top foundation brush when applying this foundation. I used this brush by Sigma, and this is the F80, and I absolutely love this foundation brush. It's definitely one of the best out there. Like, If you're looking for a really, really great foundation brush that's just really going to blend everything, then I definitely say check that out. I do have a discount code for Sigma if you guys are interested. I did notice that the packaging of the foundation is quite similar to the Makeup Forever, so it's just a really nice, sleek packaging. Now this is plastic, which I really like because you don't have to worry about breaking it. And I know I can kind of get a little clumsy whenever I'm applying my makeup, so stuff is like flying all over the place and break it, and I'm like, whoa. So yeah, I do like the fact that it's a plastic bottle, so I don't have to worry about, you know, if I take it on vacation and they're throwing my bags all over the place, I have to worry about it breaking or anything like that. So that's always definitely a plus. So yeah, this was like my second time wearing the foundation, and I will say the longevity of it, it does last a few hours. I wouldn't, you know, say to wear it over like 8 hours or anything like that, which I don't know where people are going where they're wearing their foundations for, you know, 12 and 14 hours at a time. I don't have that type of lifestyle, so I can never really let you guys know if it lasts up to 14 hours or anything like that. But I'd say like an average day, if you're gonna be out for about 6 to 8 hours, then it definitely will last. And I think overall, I would say it's a pretty good foundation. It's definitely not my favorite. On a scale from 1 to 10, I would probably give it about a 7. So yeah, that's the verdict that I have for this foundation. For the price, I definitely say give it a go. If you're not an oily skin girl like myself, then you might have a better outcome with this product. But like I said, I do notice that I have to blot throughout the day. But overall, I would say it's a pretty good foundation, especially if you're looking for something that's a little bit more affordable. Maybe if you want something to wear on an everyday basis to work and you don't want to, you know, use like your really expensive foundation during the week, you know, that's just for the weekend when you're doing it. You know, maybe you could pick up this because it's only about 10 bucks. So you definitely cannot beat that with a stick. So if you guys are interested in checking out this foundation, I will have it linked below, and then I'll also be showing you guys a demo throughout the video in the tutorial how I apply the foundation, so that way you guys can kind of can judge for yourself as far as how the foundation applies and all of that stuff. So yeah, we are just going to go ahead and jump into it. So I already primed my eyes, and I'm going to start off by applying my transition color. I'm using a palette by Morphe, and this is the 35N eyeshadow palette, and it's an all matte palette, so I love it. It's great as an everyday palette, or you can kind of amp it up because it does have those darker colors. So yeah, I'm just applying this color in my crease, going back and forth with a fluffy brush. So now I'm going to take a nude shade, and the brush that I was using, it already had some leftover product, so that's kind of why it looks a little bit silvery, but the color that I was using actually was matte. So I am just packing this on my lid area. Now I'm going to take a dark plum color, and I am just applying this to my crease area. And when I first started, it was kind of a little patchy, but you just want to work the color on, build it up, and then you want to go back and blend it out so that it doesn't look harsh or patchy. I'm going back with a large, clean, fluffy brush, and I'm just blending everything out because this is going to be key to making sure that your eyeshadow is flawless and has no harsh lines. So I decided that I wanted to do a little bit of wing, so I'm using my BH Cosmetics liquid liner pen, and I love this. This has to be my favorite liquid liner pen because it's so great, and it's only $5, and it makes it really, really easy to do a wing liner with this. So yeah, definitely check this out if you're looking for an affordable eyeliner pen. So before applying my fake eyelashes, I always like to coat my real eyelashes with some mascara, and I'm using this Maybelline Colossal Big Shot mascara, and I've really been loving this. It's really great. I'm not sure if you can purchase it yet because I did get it in a PR package, but it's really, really great. mascara. Now I'm going to pop on some fake eyelashes, and I'm using the Intoxicating Lashes by Flutter Lashes, and these, they just give you so much drama to your eyes. They're really nice and flirty and just really fluffy lashes, and they're only about $9, so that's a really great price. So I begin priming my face, and I'm using the CoverGirl and Olay Simplest Ageless Foundation Primer, and this is a new one for me. I've been using it a little bit off and on, and it's a more affordable primer, but it seems to really do the job, so I've been loving it. Now I'm spraying a little bit of Fix Plus on my face, which I'm not sure if I should have done this step with this particular foundation, because it was more of a liquidy consistency than what I expected it to be. So the shade that I am using was a classic tan, if I'm not mistaken, and as you guys can see, it's a little bit light. It kind of works for me, but for me, I would prefer something a little bit darker because I like to match my foundation with my neck, and I just like everything to blend together. But I was able to make this foundation work. I am using a Sigma F80 brush, and it was a little hard to blend out because it was so liquidy, you know, because sometimes when a foundation is very liquidy, it sometimes is a little bit streaky. But I was able to work with it, and I ended up liking it. Now, like I said, it's not my favorite. I'd probably give it a 7 out of a 10, but for $10, I think you definitely cannot beat it, and it would be a great everyday foundation if you were looking for something that's a little bit more affordable. The longevity of the foundation, it seems to be okay. I didn't wear it for a long period of time, but I think for a normal work or school day, then you will definitely be able to wear this without having too many problems. But you will find yourself having to touch up because it did make me oily, but I am oily in my T-zone. If you have dry skin, then this might be a really great foundation for you because this is an illuminating foundation, so therefore it is going to give you that natural glow. I will say that the foundation is comfortable to wear throughout the day. It didn't seem heavy or anything, so it is a nice lightweight foundation that you will be comfortable wearing to school or work somewhere where you know you're going to have it on for, you know, up to 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours, so that's always a plus. So for the concealer underneath my eyes, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer, which I have been loving for quite some time, and it just gives you really great coverage, and it's only $5. The color that I use is Pure Beige, and it just blends out really great. The foundation and the concealer, they do work well together, but the concealer is just definitely a must-have. I absolutely love it. After blending out the concealer, I just like to go over everything to make sure that there's no obvious lines. This will get rid of the lines of demarcation. And then I always make sure that I set that under eye concealer with a powder. And I'm using the Sacha Buttercup powder, which is my favorite. I've been using it for quite some time now, and I just love it because it's suitable for all skin tones and you don't get any crazy flashbacks. So this is one of my favorite under eye powders or setting powders. Now I'm contouring a little bit. I'm using the Makeup Geek contour powders, and these are really nice. They're really soft, they're buttery, they're easy to blend out, and they have a lot of different shades. That way you can choose one that's most suitable for your skin tone. And here I'm just sweeping away that Sacha Buttercup powder. I let it set for probably about 2 minutes, and then I like to sweep it away. And for contouring my nose, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Espresso, and I'm just going down the sides of my nose, and then I like to go back with a small definer brush and just kind of blend everything out. And then I also go over it with a large fluffy brush just to make sure that it looks really nice and natural. And you want to make sure that you set it with a powder to just make sure that it lasts a little bit longer throughout the day. Now we're going to go back to the eyes, and I'm just popping a neutral color on the inner tear duct just to kind of open up the eyes a little bit. And for my under eye area, I'm just taking that dark purple and I'm smudging it underneath my lash line. That way it'll just smoke the look out a little bit and kind of even everything out. Then I'm going to line my waterline, and I'm using this eyeliner by LA Girl, and it's about $5. Now it's not as creamy as the L'Oreal Cicaseam is, but it does get the job done, and it's only $5. And I'm applying a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes. And to get my glow on, I'm using another product by LA Girl, and this is the Strobe Light Strobing Powder. And I think these are new. This was my first time using this product, but it seemed to work pretty good. And they do have various colors that you can choose from in this product. So now for the lips, I'm going to just keep it neutral. I'm starting off by lining my lips with a lip liner from NYX, and this is the Cocoa Lip Liner. And then I'm going to top everything off with the Dulce K Liquid Lipstick by Kylie Cosmetics. Alright, so that is all, folks. That is my review and demo and tutorial for this LA Girl Pro Coverage HD High Definition Long Wearing Illuminating Foundation. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And girl, if you made it to the end and you're not subscribed, then what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, because you might as well subscribe. You made it to the end. I don't know what you're waiting for. Just go ahead and subscribe. And also, I am doing Vlogmas over on my vlog channel. So if you're interested in what goes on in my life and kind of just want to see a little bit more of me, then go ahead and subscribe to Nature Bee TV, and you'll get to have a little extra dose of me. So yeah, I'll have a link listed below for that video. And thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I will talk to you next time. Bye. Give one another a watch because we just love them. So if you have a man in your life that might be into watches, or maybe he's getting into watches, then I think the Yord watches are perfect because they're wooden watches, and they even come in this